Through 6 games in his redshirt junior season, Taylor Mauser has 21 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. It's been a career year for Taylor, but as we welcome you back to KSPK's Grizzly Connect, if you're watching on YouTube, this is what Mr. Mauser has become known for, his blow-up bed skills. Taylor, you're not going to be able to get the thing blown up by the time the interview airs. On long bus rides, this became a feature of you in the 2011 season. You'd like to just kind of zonk out, lie on the floor. What was the inspiration?
The inspiration was the Dixie ride home last year. It was the most miserable 13 hours of my life, and I realized I wasn't going to do that again, so I thought there had to be something better to do on the bus ride, so I came up with this home away from home here.
If we try and justify this to non-athletes, they'll never understand it, but it gives you an idea of the kind of world, the insulated world football players live in, because this is completely normal to you. It's having feet dangled and hitting you in the face, people walking over you. When did it become normal to just try and sleep while people are stepping on you?
The first road trip, really. I mean, it's pretty much whoever can get comfortable the first, get the best spot on the bus, gets to sleep the easiest. And when I brought this on the bus, everyone pretty much thought I was a genius. So.
There's no hierarchy. It's the most democratic way of approaching any decisions. We had freshman Devin Simmons that kind of claimed his spot early on the trip to Spearfish, South Dakota. On the return home, it seems like upperclassmen are the first to stake their claim. How does the hierarchy work of laying down on the aisle on a bus?
I told Devin he could get it until we ate, because I knew there was no way that he was going to get it the whole time, because I've sat next to the window next to the big guys for far too long, and for the next 2 years, I'm counting on this guy and me to have a comfortable spot on the ground. What
do you do when you find yourself waking up from a nap and you're lying on, like, the right man boob of an offensive lineman?
You kind of just got to block it out when you got Cheez-Its, crumbs being spilled on you, and Powerade and chocolate milk and stuff, and, it just never ends. You just got to, me and Jason Nottingham, get pretty close on those bus rides, and we're brothers, so it's nothing personal.
It's Taylor Mauser with the Adams State football program. I mentioned your numbers heading into this interview: 21 tackles, 3 for a loss, 2.5 sacks. The reason why it's so notable to have those type of numbers through 6 games, you're going against a 5-man offensive line that typically has a tight end or a running back for protection. You only have 2 additional defensive linemen joining you. This 3-3-5 defense, don't you feel like there almost needs to be a curved scale with stats because of how hard it is to bring any pressure?
Yeah, it's tough, but we game plan things up every week to help us be successful, and we're an attack style defense, so people are going to expect us to bring pressure, so that puts a lot of emphasis on the D line, so we need to get back there, and Coach Hawley does a good job of giving us the tools to be successful every day throughout the week, so it's not a handicap, but it's fun to go out there and get after it.
You had mentioned to me last week that I should incorporate some of your questions to George Hawley when I was interviewing him about his decision to propose to his girlfriend Kylie. And George, of course, has been on campus for about 11 years. If you look back to 2001, been a coach here for 3 years. So what would you have asked George if you were in my place interviewing him about proposing to his girlfriend?
Ooh, this is going to get me in trouble.
Be careful.
I know. First of all, if you had told me last year Coach Hawley would have been engaged in the year, I would have told you that you're a liar, or you've been happy hour started early somewhere. But I probably would I never would expect Coach Hawley to give his life away, this quick. But, she must be a special gal. So.
Well, he has her wearing Adams State gear for the November 10th finale against Colorado Mesa. She works at Colorado Mesa. This is going to be interesting. Of course, you had a very unique situation last year in Vegas after you pulled off the biggest one of the year, 30-24 overtime against Highlands. Marty Heaton is a very dry, focused man. You rarely hear him crack a joke, but what happened on the bus after the win in Highlands?
After the game.
Hey, the locker room's off limits for the media. The bus is anything goes.
The bus is different. So we came off, and everyone's pumped from the win. It was one of the bigger wins in our season, and Coach Heaton said, "Never quit. Never give up, and never ever date your teammate's sister."
And the reaction from Rocco DiLorenzo, who is, of course, the top 5 all-time tackles at Adams, well over 200 tackles, led Adams State in tackles last year, but from an incredible family of Adams State All-Americans, his mom, his dad, and, of course, his younger sister, Carly, who's a very talented softball player who you're dating. Wasn't a problem for you.
No.
Rocco, what color did his face turn?
He was pretty red. I think he was more mad at, Coach Heaton saying it in front of everybody, but
But it is that family atmosphere that it wasn't personal. Nobody got upset. It was just like big win, have some fun, and now here you are a year later against Highlands, and they're in kind of the same position. They were rolling last year before they fell against you. How important is it to you to kind of be that team that ruins other teams' season?
Well, that's really the goal that we have every week, We believe that we're better than everybody we play, and we expect to go out there and beat whoever it is. It's a big game. It's a game that, can turn a person's season around or ruin a person's season, and that's just the way that we feel.
Your defense has put together some incredible moments with takeaways, but there was a bit of an absence against Shadron and Pueblo. Granted, they're two of the best in the nation at protecting the ball. Last 4 drives against Black Hills, you forced turnovers. How does it almost monopolize itself when you get one turnover and the thought is, wait, we're taking the ball away every time?
Well, as a defense, we know we have to rise to the challenge, and we know that we have to get the ball back for our offense to score. And that's just the kind of defense we are every day in practice. We're trying to get turnovers. We practice doing that stuff every day, and we just have the attitude as a defense that we need to go out there and get it done. So that's what we focus on, and we just went out there and did our thing.
All right, Basha High School had over 100 tackles for Coach Tim McBurney. Of course, your dad and mom being able to have, Tim and Catherine, to see them almost on every road trip. Your dad is so invested in photography as well. How much fun has it been to have them enjoy your success as well?
Oh, it's awesome. I get to see them every weekend. I got family from Michigan coming this weekend, so, we got a good family, and they're, good to me after every single game. My mom just likes watching me out there. She doesn't, the score doesn't matter that much to her. She just likes to see her baby boy go out there and run around. So
she's become pretty invested in Arizona, though. Before the game against Black Hills, we knew it was going to be frigid, and she was scrambling to try and figure out a way to stay warm. But then I think her Michigan roots kicked in as well, and she was having no problem with it. Of course, Taylor Mauser has a way to incorporate blow-up beds and can stay stylish with camo shorts. Hard combination. Somehow you pull it off. Thanks, Taylor.
No problem.
This is, of course, KSPK's Grizzly Connect, Highlands, Adams State. My name is Bryant Johnson. We'll see you soon.